Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
In this video, I'll be looking at Transformers issue 15. Okay, so this is issue 15 of Transformers. This one was solicited as a spoiler cover, and there's a reason why. It's got Trailblazer on the front of it with the energy shield around him. That will become apparent later on. Hopefully, it's part of the story. Um, anyway, so we open up with Devastator and Soundwave and Thundercracker basically destroying a town. Um, Thundercracker is not particularly happy about kind of destroying all these kind of bad guy, insignificant creatures. He kind of understands that they need to kind of win, but he doesn't really want to kill the creatures. And he tells the humans that he uncovers to run away before he destroys the building around them. So again, I like this kind of idea that not everybody's bad, not everybody's good. They've all got kind of like they're all doing what they need to do to win the war, but then they've still got kind of some kind of do we really need to go this far kind of thing. I think it's really cool. Cliffjumper wakes up on Cybertron after being pushed through the portal last time, and he comes across, which again, another spoiler, Blue Streak and Warpath, and Blur. Um, Blur's one of my favourites. Um, Blue Streak, Blue, yeah, Blue Streak was a character um, that I was when I was reviewing the very first issue of the Marvel series. Realizing that all these characters that we've not seen before from the original toy run, and Blue Streak was one of them characters I've completely forgot about. And there he is. Really good to see him. I'm really glad we're kind of going back to these kind of originals. Interested to know what his vehicle mode looks like because obviously he's not been to Earth, so he shouldn't be a car. He should be something else. You can kind of forgive Warpath because he can still be a tank technically. Um, RC's apologising to Prime about what she did last issue, and they try and get hold of um, Beachcomber to kind of fight in the war, and they decide not to. They're going to go and look for Ultra Magnus, who fled after seeing Shockwave. Um, so instead, the rest of the Autobots go and try and track down the Decepticons, which they do so. They find this kind of the destroyed city, and unfortunately, the humans there are basically not very happy about it. They just see them as giant robots that are there to kill them, so they open fire, and then this tank shows up and basically takes a shot at him, and he goes into a bit of a kind of a weird thing where he's kind of kind of goes back to his kind of more savage side and tears the top off the tank. And it's like, well, what's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, okay, we need to get out of here. This is not good. Um, but apparently, Wheeljack knows about these kind of flashbacks again, and it's obviously something to do with this human. But is that something to do with the like uh matey when he's stood into the Matrix? He's kind of like going back through time and changing the Matrix stuff, or was it something to do with Prime, or something to do with again Spike's brother? Apparently went and did something, and he hasn't returned, and we thought it was a space thing. So that's a possibility. Um, anyway, they realise they've got Energon to kind of get here. Laserbeak wants Ravage brought back, and he says, "No, you've got another mission to do," but he doesn't actually say what it is. And so, right, okay, off you go. You go and figure out what you can do. Meanwhile, on Cybertron, Blue Streak, and I can never remember what this guy's name is. This is one of the second generation jets, and I cannot remember his name. Blue Streak takes him out, and it's like, oh my god, you've changed. He's like, yes, you have to do what you have to do. It's not very good. They managed to kind of gut this guy, and basically, it looks like this kind of basically steal his energon, um, to kind of either feed themselves or basically resurrect another fallen guy. Well, back on Earth, we get to see from the energon they've managed to gather the resurrection of Trailblazer. Now, he is brought back and he says, "Welcome, Trail." And then there was a massive explosion, which apparently takes him out. Now, I'm hoping because it's a spoiler, Trailblazer has got the energy shield from the toys, so hopefully he survives this because it's really a shame if they killed him literally on day one. But it's not a thing that they're not afraid of doing so. We've seen so many Autobots die. Um, anyway, Astro Train turns up. Out gets Starscream in his tank mode, and instead of attacking Prime, though, he bundles straight past him because they see Shockwave. So they stand on this deck here. Um, Shockwave and all these group of people here, and then Prime and in the middle, and the Combaticons. And Starscream is much more interested in taking down Soundwave than he is taking down Prime. So up comes Bruticus, ready to kick the crap out of Soundwave. I may have said Shockwave there a few times. I get my waves confused. Anyway, Soundwave is this is it. So again, we see this kind of Decepticon infighting, which apparently is going to be Devastator versus Bruticus next issue, which would be pretty decent. And we've yet to see the return of Megatron. Yeah, so Megatron's going to be like either a third wheel in this, because I assume he's not going to be happy with Starscream, obviously. Is he going to be happy with Soundwave taking over? Who knows? But they've done a really good job with making these kind of like factions, not just, good and evil, lawful good, chaotic evil. There's still some kind of neutrality in kind of both of them, and they're all got do their own thing that they do, and each one's got different motivations to do stuff with it. Even within the Autobots, they're kind of like, well, okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and this, and it's just nice to kind of see this kind of complex plot going on between people. I remember, again, this is one of the few Transformer books that I've read recently, or even thinking back to the cartoons like that, where the Transformers are kind of like the actual focus, and they are complicated, and they have got motivation, because generally speaking, in the cartoons, it's just like, we do good, we do bad, that's it. There's no kind of, apart from the infighting between the Decepticons, there's not really like a thing where they decide, not to attack a village or whatever, because it's, they're anyway. But yeah, good stuff. So 15 issues in now. Everyone's been really good. Looking forward to 2025 for Energon Universe stuff, when we've got the 3-book rotation going on. Yeah, if you're not reading this, and you're a Transformers fan, then you are missing out. Everything's been reprinted. There's trade paperbacks out there. Go and fetch it. It's really worth it. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble on, and hopefully I'll see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.